Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Abu Bakar. I'm I'm from class PBI 5A. I want to retell a novel about the Hunger Games. First novel by title Catching Fire and Mockingjay. Together, they are known as the Hunger Games Trilogy. The novel has been on the New York Times bestseller list for more than 60 weeks and was named a New York Times notable book of. It has garnered praise from many other writers, including Stephen King and Stephanie Meyer. This book is significantly more violent and extreme than many of its competitors in the young adult market. In addition to severe physical and emotional violence, its narrator is refreshingly honest with her reader about the effects of the poverty and death. The central conceit: young children are forced to fight one another to the death for the entertainment of their parents. It's explored freely in the writing, which helped to explain its will popularity among adults as well as children. This film has been published in public uh, the release by Lionsgate Entertainment in 2012. Okay, I will tell about the first uh, episode from uh, Hunger Games Catching Fire and Mockingjay. The first, uh, there are alive a protagonist, namely Katniss Everdeen, our narrator. The antagonist is somewhat harder to identify, as we are not quite sure one to blame for the harsh realities of Katniss' life. The Capitol and the game makers set the stage and pull the strings, but the other tributes are the ones who try to end our protagonist's life. This discussion about who the true enemy is recurs throughout the series. The major conflict in this Hunger Game is Katniss' struggle to survive the games and return home to her family without losing her sense of self. In the in the middle of the videos and films, the climax is a moment Katniss and Peeta are about to eat the nightlock and the end of the games. And then, when Rue fails to make it to meeting point C, Katniss agreed to, which is a warning to Katniss that something is amiss. After Peeta's name is called the Reaping, Katniss has a flashback to the time to help save her family from starvation by giving her a burnt loaf of bread. Katniss recalled, then she thanked to him for his generosity, but reasoned that she cannot thank him now either. In her own words, somehow it just won't seem sincere if I'm trying to slip his throat. This is a humorous is a macabre example of understatement. And then the arena of games is treated a living entity that interacts with the tributes aside from other tributes. It is the biggest threat and sometimes the toughest opponent as no one but the game makers know what he'll do next. The life is safe. And then I will show you an intrinsic elements of the Hunger Games. Okay, I will tell. And then major themes of the novel include distrust, the authority of adult and government, and feminism, social inequality, unaccountable governance, and violence violence against children have been suggested as a prominent themes. In the world of the Hunger Games, the capital lives a life of extravagant wealth and consumption. And then the setting of this place is taken as specific future time. In this description, post-apocalyptic nation of Panem, located in North America. The country consists of a wealthy capital city located in a rocky mountain, surrounded by 12 originally 13 poorer districts ruled by the capital. Now about plot. This plot I will tell you about. The first is climax. The climax is the moment the Katniss and Pita are about to eat the nightclub at the end of the games. Foreshadowing. When Rue fails to make it to meeting point, she and Katniss agreed to. This is a warning to Katniss to that something is amiss. After Pita names is called the Reaping, Katniss has a flashback to the time help save her family from starvation by giving her a burnt loaf of bread. In the illusion, the entire Hunger Game tournament is an illusion. The Greek myths of the Caesars and the Minotaur. And then going to setting. The novel is set in a various location in the fictional country of Panem. Point of view of the Hunger Games is told the first person from the perspective of the Katniss Everdeen, a 16-year-old girl living in district of Panem. Tone and mood: somber, gritty, thrilling, suspenseful, exhilarity. Now about who are characters inside in this novel. The protagonist of this first novel is Katniss Everdeen, our narrator. The antagonist is somewhat harder to identify, as we're not quite sure whom to blame for the harsh realities of Katniss' life. The capital and the game maker sets the stage and pull the strings, but the other tribute are the ones who try to end our protagonist's life. This discussion about who the true enemy returns throughout the series. Thank you. That all review and interesting element from the Hunger Games Catching Fire Mockingjay, a novel by Stephen King and Stephanie Meyer. Thank you.